Okay, so we're in the home stretch here. We're almost there. We're on habit number 10 for more interesting photos. And this habit is take photos of things you love. And what does that mean? Well, in some ways it's kind of obvious, and in some ways I'm going to encourage you to think different. So if you enjoy taking pictures of donuts, or lots of donuts, or dogs, or your son with his dog, or your wife, that makes sense. I mean, that's stuff you love in life. So the emotion and feeling and connection you have for those things shows up in how you take the photos. It's hard to explain, but it feels like often there's an emotional content in the way the photo is composed because you love the items in the photo. So we're drawn to that kind of stuff. We love, pardon the pun, we enjoy and find more interesting photos that have emotional content to them. We're drawn to them. They hold our attention. So the things we love in life, when we take pictures of them, the emotional connection we have to the subject, I think, often shows up in the photos, and it's deeper and more interesting as other people look at the photos as well. What else about loving things that you should take pictures of? Think about things you don't like. For example, I don't really like bugs, so I don't take pictures of bugs. Another thing to be aware of and pay attention to is the things you enjoy taking pictures of will probably evolve over time. The things, just like you grow as a person, you'll grow as a photographer. For example, I used to take tons and tons and tons and tons of pictures at car shows. It was an easy way. I like cars a lot, especially these old vintage cars. They had some amazing details, and I would just take pictures and pictures of details of those for a number of years, probably 4 or 5 years. And then I realized I was taking the same picture over and over again. And part of that was because the same cars were there. So it wasn't, I didn't fall out of love with it, but I just didn't love it as much. So I stopped taking pictures because I wasn't liking the pictures as much, because I wasn't enjoying the subject as much. One thing I do really like taking pictures of, and it's a relatively easy target, is flowers. They're quite frequent around here in the Northwest. They're easy to find. We have, my wife is a gardener, so we have a bunch just outside of our condo, and we go to the Bellevue Botanical Garden quite a bit and take pictures of flowers. They're easy. I enjoy them. Here's something interesting I discovered. I've always enjoyed flowers, but I really, really enjoy them, and I notice them more since I've been photographing them, especially photographing them in detail. I see them and appreciate them in a different way because I enjoy them through the photographs. So sometimes you can come to appreciate things in life more as you photograph them. Think about not necessarily specific things, but types of things you like to photograph. For me, I like details. I like the close-up, the little things that are significant either to people or events or in objects that are often unseen, but they're very, very special. So oftentimes when I do weddings or other events, I'll capture some details or some quirky moments or something different. Again, it's kind of an expression of my personality and my sense of humor sometimes. Some of the photos I'll take at events or the unique viewpoint. It's another thing I really like is unique viewpoints. So that's something I enjoy, and I try and reflect on my photos, find something that most people aren't taking pictures of. Coming back to events and weddings especially, I really enjoy those events. They're a special moment in people's lives, so having the privilege to photograph it is quite an honor. One of the things I enjoy most at weddings are those unposed moments, the unguarded, just people being people, expressing their relationship to each other, having fun, just enjoying the quirky moments of life, or sometimes even when the younger sister is hiding in the door behind mom and her daughter and her new groom. So that was a fun photo. Buildings I've always enjoyed. I've liked the shapes and architecture, so I take a ton of pictures there. I've always had a relationship with religious buildings. So when we were in London, there's this cathedral in Suffolk that we took pictures in there for over an hour. It was just a lovely, lovely building. I was just in awe, and the hour went by in just moments. And I got a bunch of amazing photos that I'm so proud of, and they're on my office wall at Highline. So that's how much I like those pictures. Other buildings and architecture I also enjoy, so I take pictures of those. And it was fun when we went to London, so I'm learning to enjoy travel. Flying is not my favorite thing. And to translate some of my skills and techniques I've learned here as I've been taking pictures in other cities, Bellevue and Seattle in this case, and translating those kind of same techniques into the specific buildings in London. So combining my experiences in one place to a new place with new subjects, I've really enjoyed that. So translating the knowledge. So there's lots of ways to love the photographs you make and the things that are in your photographs. So don't just think about puppies, kittens, and babies and donuts, but think a little deeper. Think about how you enjoy it. Look through your photographs on your phone or on your computer. Are there colors that show up all the time? Are there types of photos, types of subjects? You may not have been intentionally doing it, but look at those things and discover what you've been taking lots and lots of pictures of. I bet that's something you really enjoy. On the other hand, look at pictures, things you used to take pictures of maybe a year or two ago that don't show up as much. Pay attention to that. So, I don't take as many pictures of cars. Yeah, we grow, we change. But hopefully we're enjoying the images we're making because, in part, we really enjoy the objects and subjects we're taking photos of. So that's habit number 11 for making more. No, it's habit number 10, excuse me. Habit number 10. Sometimes I can't count. Habit number 10 for more interesting photos. Take photos of things you love.